Welcome to my vlog channel. I can't believe that I'm finally doing this. So many people have requested cooking videos, day in the life videos, what I feed my kids. And my goal with this vlog channel is just to help you with more ideas and how to help your family be healthy and take all of the kind of confusing, overwhelming information that is online and just make it practical to your everyday life. I know that being a mom is a lot of things. It's challenging, it's fulfilling, and it's a lot on your plate. And I think that in our world today, on top of everything that you get to do as a mom, it's also just overwhelming to think about all the things that could potentially be toxic in your home or ingredients you have to look out for. So I hope that you're excited to come along with us. Today's video, I'm gonna walk you through one of my simplest dinner recipes that I make, my husband's request tonight. I'm gonna make steak, so let's get started. Tonight is ribeyes. We're gonna make them on the cast iron skillet. Actually, for Christmas, one of the things I told my husband, Kyle, that I wanted for Christmas was a cow. So we got a quarter cow from a local farmer that we trust, and it's been like a game changer because we've got so much meat in our freezer, literally stocked. So we've been doing ribeyes, roasts. There's a ton of ground beef we got as well. So I just took out 2 ribeyes. Then we're gonna do my current hyperfixation right now, like a cucumber olive salad. Probably boil some potatoes. Again, this is super simple, but it's like really fresh. We're huge meat eaters. So these are the ribeyes. Look how good they look. So I just get a paper towel, pat down the steaks. So just pat, pat, pat. How much Food Network did we used to watch? We used to watch like Bobby Flay. We would watch Gata De Laurentiis, Everyday Italian. She always had nice nails.
It was always Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain was our...
He was it. There was never anyone, no one's ever gonna touch him again.
Rest in peace, Anthony Bourdain. I love Barefoot Contessa too because I feel like she was just so practical. I literally learned how to cook so many things because of the Food Network. My college roommate and I, we would watch Food Network literally like every day after classes, and we'd like pick a recipe and then we'd make it. This is what my fridge looks like right now. I know people are always curious. A lot of juices with coconut water. Always have raw milk, farm fresh eggs. I like these silicone pouches. This is how I store a lot of stuff. I try to be plastic free. And then you'll see we have things like our yogurts and butters, pickled stuff. So these are the olives that I'm gonna do with my cucumber salad recipe. It's so simple. Then I'm gonna do some red wine vinegar. This is my favorite olive oil that we use. Cooking in olive oil, you want it to have one source. You don't want it to be like a blend from a bunch of different places. Cool. Dropped a bunch on the floor. We are all obsessed with olives, like my toddler. So if you're not, then you can skip this part, but literally this is like the easiest thing ever. Love these olives because they're fermented. It says regeneratively farmed. They're by Big Picture Foods. Got it at Sprouts. As regenerative, organic, certified green Amphisa olives. Water, salt, kosher wine vinegar. So the ingredients are really clean. Just gonna have them. Just gonna toss this up. Now we're gonna season. First, a ton of olive oil and then the vinegar. So red wine vinegar, some sea salt. I don't have fresh today, but I'm gonna do some dill weed, if you can see it. This is literally just from the organic brand, Simply Organic. I'm just gonna do a sprinkle. Mix, mix, mix. See how it tastes. Literally, that's it. So good. I recently got this, I'm gonna make sure it's not too hot. This cast iron skillet, it's from the brand called Smithy. We're gonna let this heat up. I'm gonna put some butter in here, cook my steaks to medium rare. Also, is this not the cutest thing ever? I got this for Christmas. Kyle got me this butter copper keeper. Butter keeper. Isn't it so cute? I just love this thing. You're gonna need some tongs. You want this screaming hot, sizzling. Okay, it's gonna shimmer. Once it shimmers, that's how you know it's ready to go. Go ahead and sear. Don't wanna move it. 3 to 4 minutes, I would say, depending on how thin it is. Like we like them cut thinner. So I'm gonna do 3 minutes. I'm gonna set the timer on my phone. So if you wanna baste your steak after you've seared it on each side, you can use some fresh herbs. I'm gonna use rosemary. I have 1 minute left. Let's see if it's got a crusty brown. Oh yeah. Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. We do have to make sure all that gets down. We're gonna do 2 minutes on this side because it is a thinner steak. The thermometer's dead.
Hit it.
Like hit it physically? Turn it on, okay? We're at 1:45. We are good to go. So I'm gonna put a little butter in here, some rosemary. We are going to now take that off. Here to rest. Here we go. We're almost there, ready to flip. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. You know, 3 minutes each side is pretty good for like a 1-inch steak. The steak. I'm gonna serve my toddler first. I'm gonna do for him soft-boiled egg. Dawson, can you turn that off? Say happy birthday to Dawson. Do you want me to cut your steak, babe? I did good.
It's perfect.
I love you. These children are meat babies. Daddy's plate, steak, cucumber. I mean, he's probably gonna eat more than this. This is like the simplest way that we just like eat animal based. And it doesn't have to take a ton of time. It really can be pretty simple. It's not every night that we're doing a ribeye. I know ribeyes can be expensive, but think about how you can get some protein in your diet, good healthy fats. Okay, I'm in my bedroom. I'm gonna do a little unboxing. I have my 6-month-old here. I wanted to show you I got some organic cotton pajamas. So here's the deal about shopping for my kids. I'm really big on it being affordable, but also it being natural fibers. More recently, kind of realized the harms of wearing polyester, acrylic, nylon, these products that are all plastic. Obviously, we know it's not great for the environment, but they shed microplastics that can get not only into your lungs, they can get into your blood, and they're even finding in women who breastfeed, they're finding microplastics in breast milk. It's like crazy. Our world is like plastic. I'm not trying to say I'm perfect, but I am trying where I can. And a brand that I actually really like is Carter's. They have a lot of really affordable organic cotton. My little list, he's just wearing hand-me-downs. I would like to say that I thrift more, but honestly, just the idea of going to a store, like I really don't shop ever in person anywhere. I need to get better at that. But I love this brand because I got a bunch of organic cotton pajamas. Carter's has this brand. It is Little Planet. Feel like this is me trying to do a little bit better. Encouragement to you moms. Organic food for your kids, organic clothes for your kids, making sure there's no screen time, making sure all these things, right? And these are all things that I aim to do, and I'm not perfect, but I just want to give you permission. Start with where you can. Garden print, so I loved that. The dinosaur set as well, so you can see how cute those are. Really super cute. This is seagulls, kind of like spring summer vibes. I got this for the baby. He's a big baby. I got 12 months. He's 6 months and he's wearing 12-month-old clothes. Okay, so yeah, that's my life. So we got some really cute sea creatures ones. I did get another matching set. This is sometimes like really the stuff that you can't resist as a mom. This right here. This right here, I can't resist it. So these pajamas, typically, like these will last him a full year. I just get a couple staple pajamas, organic cotton, and then we just wear them all year long. So he's like a 3 to 4 right now, so I just got 4T because I know he's 3 right now. These are gonna be a little bit big. They are cotton, so they will shrink a little bit. The fact that he can wear them into being 4, like we'll get a lot of use out of these, and I think each pair of these is like $16. I'll link these below. I just wanted to show you another brand that I recently got for my oldest. This is Fostered Collection. This is a little bit pricier, but I like to shop on this app. It's called Choose app, where they have a ton of sustainable, a lot of organic cotton stuff. I got these sets for him. This is the blue one. I got him one in a tan, but I just wanted to point this brand out because they have a lot of really great basics. I get things like this for him oversized because he will grow into them. And again, it's all cotton. They also have some really cute corduroys. So I typically, again, like I'm thinking, okay, if I'm gonna buy something that's a little bit more in price, I'm gonna buy it a little oversized so he's gonna get more use out of it. Also, how can we do mix and match? Just wanted to show you guys that. I'll also link Choose app. If you've never shopped on Choose, it's a free app. And if you use my code, you'll just get $20 off of your first order, which I think is definitely a really nice perk. But they have a lot of amazing brands. Like it's always new brands. It's basically like these secret sales of these different brands that if you went to their website, you'd pay full price. But if you buy it off the Choose app, you're getting a special discount. All right, I'm in my bathroom. getting ready for a reset day in my kitchen that I'm like kind of struggling with right now is trying to lose the extra weight that my body is holding on to. My body definitely holds on to weight when I'm breastfeeding, and it can be really discouraging because I work out, I'm really intentional with what I eat, very intentional with my supplements, but this is just part of the process. I know not everyone has this journey. Some people lose weight faster, some people maybe, I don't know, it takes them longer, but I'm 6 months postpartum as of today, and I just feel like I want to feel myself, I want to feel my best. And I know like society is so big on like bouncing back, and while I reject that narrative, I also do think it's really important to be at your best weight and your best health, because obviously having more visceral fat in your body isn't great for your organs, isn't great for your health. Having more muscle mass is always going to be better for you. So that's just like something I've been thinking about a lot lately, and just trying to dial in a little more. Since I am exclusively breastfeeding, I'm definitely hungry and I'm wanting to make sure that, I don't impact my supply. But a couple things that I'm going to be doing to help me just with this additional weight that I'm carrying, which really like my goal is to lose 20 pounds in the next 6 months. And I hate saying it that way because this is not like a dieting channel. This is not me being like, I just don't love that mentality. I love my body. This isn't about like not loving my body. It's not that at all. It's literally wanting to fit into my clothes, feel my best, and have the most energy as a healthy mom for my kids. And carrying extra weight certainly doesn't serve me in that way. So my game plan for that is slow and steady. Slow and steady is always the best way. Fun fact about me is that I was a personal trainer for 5 years. I'm also a certified holistic health coach. The things that I know about fat loss and weight loss is really about slow and steady, not trying to crash diet in any capacity, which I never would do anyways, but just moving more, getting more walks in during the week. It is February here, so it's not always the most ideal day to get outside, but getting in 8 to 10K steps per day is a really great range. Just walking in general is so good for your health. And a couple other things I'm doing is just dialing in my macronutrients. So I just play around with these a lot. Where am I at a calorie deficit? Because in order to lose pounds, you do have to be at a calorie deficit. So I'm actually gonna get a bunch of blood panels done just to see where my hormones are at, see where my thyroid is at, getting a couple tests with my functional medicine doctor to see where things are at. Because this year, like honestly, I told my husband we're turning 36, and I just said, I wanna feel my best this year, like as healthy as I possibly can. I wanna know that we're doing everything we can to lower inflammation. This is a season of our life where our kids need us to be healthy because we have a toddler and a 6-month-old. Like we really are only going to be as good as we feel, and having kids and also running businesses, creating content, making sure that we like give lots of attention to our marriage and each other, it requires health, it requires energy. And that's always kind of my approach with health and wellness. Obviously we're not perfect. That's just how I operate. And my dad was in the military, and I think there's an element of that. I want to give my best. I'm a little competitive with myself. That just really like motivates me to be the version that I can be. And again, I think just like every time you have another kid, you kind of unlock another level of capacity. And that's what I'm just learning right now in this season of life. Like I'm learning about the capacity that I have and also what my body needs to thrive. One thing that I've done too lately is I'm just in bed so much earlier. I'm in bed at like 8 o'clock. I'll read a little bit on my Kindle. Sometimes I don't even, I just pass out because sleep is so crucial to health. So these are just like kind of a free flow of thoughts around wanting to feel my best, wanting to lean up a little, make sure that I'm in a healthy state, working on building muscle, getting strength back. I think that's something too, is like when you're postpartum, you do lose some of that muscle mass. I do work out all through pregnancies, and that's something that also I think kind of attributes to me being able to feel pretty great as I'm healing and getting back to a good place postpartum. My husband this, but I want to be able to get back to doing handstands. I used to know how to walk on my hands, which is crazy to say, and I've lost that. So just even getting strong enough to hold a handstand, like some of these are my goals for this year. My health goals for this year involve just like feeling amazing, continuing to lift, and that's something that I do every single week. I will say that this postpartum, I've been way more consistent than my last postpartum. So my first postpartum, I just had so many more challenges, I think, because I just didn't know what I didn't know. My son was super colicky, like we struggled with a lot of things. This time, I do feel like it's just been so much easier. I don't know, let me know in the comments. For me, transition from 0 to 1, way harder than transition from 1 to 2. But for me in this season, I'm really proud of how consistent I've been. I've been really consistent with my workouts. I've only missed a couple. I just know when I'm working out, I feel so much better. I'm gonna go ahead and let these curls cool, put a little bit of texture spray, and then head to the kitchen. I'm here in my kitchen and I'm going to make 2 Valentine's Day treats that are gut healthy involving gelatin, grass-fed beef gelatin. This is the brand that I get. It's from Perfect Supplement, and I love this brand because they have really high standards on the products that they use and their sourcing and their third-party testing. Not only is this obviously grass-fed, so it's hormone-free, they also test it for glyphosate. We're gonna be making grass-fed beef gelatin gummies, so I'm gonna make them fruit gummies. My toddler loves them. The second thing we're gonna do is make marshmallows. And this is something that we can add to our hot drinks. I'll do a bone broth hot chocolate for him, and that recipe is really simple and easy to do. First, we're gonna start with the beef gelatin gummies. These are super easy. I am gonna use some juice for this. I have cranberry and a pure tart cherry juice. I'm actually gonna use both, and then some raw honey. And so the first thing we need to do is we need to add a half a cup of juice to a bowl so that we can go ahead and bloom our gelatin. I sprinkled the gelatin right over the juice. I did 6 teaspoons. We're gonna let this completely absorb. Then we're gonna add 1.5 cups of juice into our simmer pot. You'll see that the gelatin has absorbed a lot of the liquid. It kind of has this like brain looking texture. It's very wrinkled. There's some that hasn't fully absorbed, so I'm gonna go ahead and stir that up and make sure that it's completely dissolved. We just don't want clumps in there. They're just harder to dissolve in the hot liquid. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Now that this came to a boil, I'm gonna go ahead and add this right into the pot. I turned it off. I made sure that it reached a really high temperature so that it can all dissolve really well. We don't want to cook the honey, that's why we're adding it at the end. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of raw honey. Use the heat to dissolve. As you can see, I started making these gummies already into this silicone mold. I got this from Amazon. Now, if you're not the mom who's gonna spend 30 minutes making these gummies in these tiny molds, no judgment. This is how you can also do it. Literally pour this into, I use a non-stick caraway bread pan, and I'm gonna set this right in my fridge, and then I can cut little squares. But that's it. These will cool, these will set. They're gonna be delicious. Your kids are gonna love them, and their guts are gonna be happy. Next is our marshmallows. We're gonna make these really fun. We're gonna make these like Valentine's Day-esque, okay? So I have half a cup of cold water. I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of gelatin to this. We're gonna let this bloom, and then we also need a half a cup on the stove. I'll show you how to do this step by step, but start with your cold water, half a cup, 3 tablespoons of gelatin. Let's go. Are gonna need a mixer. Could probably do this by hand, but wouldn't recommend. Also, beets. We're gonna make these pink and cute. Boiled this to the point that it almost looks like a candy syrup. I'm putting this right into the mixer. Now we add the gelatin mixture. I'm gonna add some of my beet juice that I did, and we'll see what color we get. Aren't these so cute? And there you have it. Aren't they so pretty? I can't wait to eat these tonight. And thank you so much for watching this video and just being here on my vlog, my brand new vlog. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment below if there's anything you want to see in future episodes. Thanks so much, and see you next time.